Hello everyone, my name is AOK. Welcome to my wonderful channel. I like to talk about anything that's happening on the timeline. Sometimes that's politics, sometimes that's just creator news. So anything that pops onto my timeline, whatever I think is interesting. I try to cover stories without all the drama and fluff. So if you like that kind of thing, subscribe, hit the like button, and we can get right into today's story.
In July 2025, American Eagle launched a back-to-school denim campaign with Sydney Sweeney under the slogan, Sydney Sweeney Has Great Jeans, a pun on jeans. Following the launch, the company's stock reportedly jumped around 10 to 11% and boosted market value by nearly $200 million. Now, I know it's a bit late and you've probably heard the story, but I just wanted to talk about it because I wanted to draw attention to how we should handle dog whistles. And it's and I think that's, most people don't understand what a dog whistle is. Even people who are more on the what I say the woke side of people who are very aware and against white supremacy, they still feel icky touching something like this because it's just so subtle. And that's the whole point of dog whistles, is to make whoever is pointing them out sound stupid. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean genes means, biological genes? What do you mean blonde hair is now a white supremacy? What? So if someone has blonde hair, that they're a white supremacist? It's just, that's the whole point, is to muddy the water. And I kind of want to discuss and see if you can actually draw that out to mean something, nefarious, or if you can actually send a message through something like that, or get a positive outcome by even drawing attention to it.
Hi guys, sorry to interrupt this wonderful video that you were watching. I just wanted to remind you to like the video and subscribe. I only need a couple thousand subscribers to do this full time, maybe 3,000, 4,000 subscribers. So, for you, it takes only a second, but for me, it makes all the difference. So if you like the video, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Critics accused the campaign of echoing pro-eugenics and white supremacist messaging, citing the emphasis on Sydney's blonde hair, blue eyes, and references to grey jeans. Many social medias called it a tone-deaf or racist dog whistle marketing. And to me, it was very obvious, right? Because if you spend enough time on Twitter, you see how much the far right and white nationalists fetishize blonde hair. It's always in an irrational way, right? There are a couple videos I've seen of people harassing women. There was a woman with blonde hair that was with a white guy. That was with the black guy, and then someone was harassing her that, oh, you're ruining your bloodline, blah 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 blah. And then there was this pretty girl who was I don't know, she was a waitress, but then white supremacists were using her and comparing her to Zendaya, saying, oh, that Hollywood is pushing this black woman, but she's not even pretty. Meanwhile, this is an actual pretty woman who is just a Starbucks barista. And it's if you notice the patterns, they always use blonde women, and it's irrational because there's nothing even if you're thinking of it from a white supremacist perspective, there's nothing that makes you more white if you have blonde hair, right? Even blue eyes is a genetic mutation. There's nothing pure about it. There's no purity behind it. But I think it's just an irrational feeling of oh, it's lighter, so it's more white, when it's just not. There's nothing that makes you more white because you have blonde hair, or purer. It's just them trying. It just feels like it looks more white, that kind of thing. So for example, if a white person has I don't want to start doing race science and gene science, but basically there's nothing scientific to suggest that a blonde person is whiter, but white supremacists, because they think they look prettier, they often use white blue eyes and blonde hair as a scapegoat, as like the example, like the ideal of white supremacy, even though it has nothing to do with whiteness. The ad, which featured suggestive framing of Sweeney's body, was tied to a limited edition Sydney jean denim line, promising proceeds to a crisis text line. Critics argue combining sexualized imagery with domestic violence advocacy felt performative and misguided. I mean, this is the first time, and I think the story has been going on for more than a week, and this is the first time I'm hearing that people even care that it sexualizes her. I don't think anybody even cares. I think that's like the least controversial part. It's like, okay, an attractive woman is sexualizing herself and she's inviting people to sexualize her. I think very few people have a problem with that. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I mean, sexuality is an important part of human life, and this is someone comfortable leveraging their sexuality, okay, and there are a lot of people very willing to sexualize Sydney Sweeney. So this is probably the least controversial part of the whole conversation. Celebrities including Lizzo and Doja Cat publicly mocked the campaign. Lizzo posted a parody meme on July 31st. Meanwhile, American Eagle and Sweeney have not issued formal statements or apologies, though the brand has quietly removed the main video from some platforms. And also, they made a statement also on top of that kind of sort of looks... that kind of also plays into more white supremacist dog whistles. So, for example, they said her jeans, her something, and the H's were capital, which is HH, which is also another Nazi dog whistle. And then there was a segment of the statements that was, I don't know if it's 13 words or 4. Yeah, it's 14 words, right? And so people always, so that's the problem with dog whistles. They're always going to be subtle. So it's like, I don't know, do we just ignore them? Do we just point them out to people who are involved instead of trying to explain them to like a basic person? Because I guess if you're a basic person, if it gets explained to you, then it becomes obvious when someone uses it. But should we explain it to people, to like other people? I don't know. I don't know if we should, honestly.
Hi, before you go, thanks for watching today's video, but also I just wanted to remind you to like and subscribe. Like I said, I only need a couple thousand subscribers to be able to do this full time, so help me make all the difference. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching.